Jim, today we've had an AGM and I think it shows that we are bigger and better than we were last year. How would you assess today's event?
Yes, I'd agree with that. That's why we've had to hire a bigger hall, because we've had a bigger audience than last year. But it's also not just the quantity, but the quality of the people that are joining us. We're getting experienced organisers from parties like UKIP and For Britain, who don't have to be shown the ropes. They know how to build up a branch in their local area, and they're coming over to us, which means that we've got the respective professionals in the political business. However much we may like ordinary people to join us, to build up a framework for the future, we have to have experienced people who've been in the political game for long enough to pick up hints onto how to do and how not to do electioneering. And thankfully we're getting those in some numbers now.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Hello, Matt. You gave a really good speech today at today's AGM. Some really interesting things were discussed, some really important things were discussed. How do you think it went?
Well, firstly, thank you very much for saying my speech went down well. I really appreciate that. I thought it went really good. I was really impressed with the mood. I was really impressed with the turnout. I thought all the speeches were delivered really well. I agree with you that there was lots of really important and productive things spoken. I'm quite jubilant and I'm really positive about the way the party's going forward at the moment.
Well, I think it's going forward very well. People are coming forward to help in the election campaigns that are taking place, and so I think we're growing, we're getting stronger, and the future is bright.
I agree with you. Thank you, Lawrence.
Ken, we've had a very successful afternoon today with the AGM for the British Democrats, and being a former UKIP man, how do you feel it went, and how do you feel about the British Democrats?
I'd like to leave UKIP behind us now because I'm a British Democrat member. This afternoon is such an eye-opener. It's nice to belong to a group of people that have got exactly the same ideas that I have for a future Britain. Nationalist is a dirty word there. We're not supposed to have it, but we can have it. And I was sitting there in this meeting this afternoon, Lawrence, and I kept thinking back. I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. 80 years ago, 22,000 men from this country ran up the beaches in France. 5 months ago, I visited Versailles, the British Forces Memorial. And how much Britain thinks of our men that they actually run up the beaches of. We were the last country to actually put a memorial up for British soldiers that died. The Americans had one, the French had one, the Canadians had one, the Poles had one, the Commonwealth had one, but no one for the British guys that run up those beaches. And one of the epitaphs they have on there is they didn't die in vain. Really, for the country that we've got today, they did die in vain. And I think the British Democrats, with an awful lot of hard work, an awful lot of effort, and the one thing that we need is teamwork, can actually start to slow down and reverse that trend. I'm proud to be a native Briton. I want to remain a native Briton. I want to see a native Britain for my descendants. And I will do anything that I can do for this party to ensure that that happens.
You know, you echo and you express the sentiments that so many of us feel and so many of us want to see happen, and I think, like you say, with a lot of hard work, with a lot of effort, it can happen. So thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for a lovely day.
Hi, Julian. Today we've had an AGM today. We discussed a lot of things. I think it went well. How do you think it went?
I thought it was excellent. Last year was good. This year was even better. It was better attended. Venue was bigger and better. Some excellent speeches, good atmosphere. A positive vibe, and I think just reaffirms that we are all in the right party.
Thank you, Julian. I think we are as well. I think we're growing, and thank you. Hi, Roberta. Today we've had a very successful AGM for the British Democrats. Some important things were discussed, and how do you feel that it went today?
I feel very positive, actually, after coming to this meeting, because there's not many things out there at the moment to feel good about, are there? We've got, the country seems to be sort of just collapsing, politicians in total disarray. So it's good to come to somewhere like this where you can get some positive vibes, really, and lots of good ideas for building the party and campaigning and everything. Really good, heartfelt speeches, give you that sort of warm feeling, really. And like you said yourself, it's like coming home, really. And hopefully some more patriots might feel that they might want to come home as well. So, yes, a great day.
Well, home is where the heart is, and heart is the British Democrats. Hello, Cliff, and welcome to the AGM. We're just trying to ascertain from people what they thought of today's AGM. Some important things were discussed. How do you think it went?
Do you know what? I'm really pleased. My fear coming in was it was going to be the same old bunch of old men nodding their heads in agreement, but today I was so infused. The difference between this year and last year, going forward, twice the size, twice the amount of money raised, the enthusiasm, the optimism. Like you said earlier on, it's back here. It's back in here.
Yes.
And I'm really going home full of it. I'm full of it. I really am. I can't praise it enough. And I can't wait to things going forward. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you. Hi, Steve. We've had a AGM today. How did you think it went today?
It was a superb AGM. Last year was good, but this was better. And more to the point, there was a feeling of progression, that we are actually starting to get somewhere and we've got plans for the future and we can develop from there. It was a great audience. We had a great young speaker in Matt Godden. He was most impressive. And the whole atmosphere reminds me of former times. You're just on the edge of getting somewhere and you're ready for that first breakthrough. So today was marvellous and it's a good day for British nationalism. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Right, Dave, so thank you for attending the AGM today, and we've discussed some really important things today, and some really important things were passed. And how do you feel today went?
I think today was very good indeed. I enjoyed it a lot, especially some of the speeches. One speech said it's not just the boat people that's a problem about immigration, illegal immigration, and so-called refugees, but it's also legal migration is also a problem, approximately 600,000 a year. So that was very instructive and very good speeches. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.